welcome to today's session of D&D. I'm Toby, your Dungeon Master at Dance and Dice, and today we're playing session number 21. I'm not alone, I am joined by these guys.
What up?
And
dressed in green.
And let's do a quick round of introduction, starting with Emil.
No.
Okay, starting with Emil.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'll be playing this role of Seek, the Satyr Sorcerer of the Wild Magic.
Yeah, and I am Marcus, and I'll be playing Dominic Grimdale, the half-orc fighter.
And I'm Frederick. I'll be playing Kevin Riddlewood, the Dwarven Monk level 4.
My name is Julian. I'll be playing Barsoom, the level 4 wizard, and he's a tiefling.
And I'm Emil, and I will be playing Jimbo Grimdale, better known as the Gonk, the level 4 half-orc bard.
And with that out of the way, let's do a quick recap. Dominic, what happened last time?
Alrighty. Well, we were resting at Santana's rest, and we were trying to give a message to the mage Neil Rem that we would like to see him. And then we checked out a lead on my old boss, Risbon, to see what the hell is going on with him, because he has not been at work lately. And yet there are people who have seen him around town, so it is all very strange. Which then led us to his apartment, ensuing in a very awkward encounter between me and his daughter.
You did well.
Thank you. And well, you came to save me and take me away. And the others went to the Thale Dawn and went to Chwap just a second. Well, Risbon was not, just a minute. Risbon was not going to work every day, and his wife went to the Thale Dawn immediately to see what had happened with him.
Where he was.
And Zeke and Barzoom visited a sage/book workshop to see if there was something interesting there for their like mage and spell stuff. And Barzoom and Gonk afterwards we all decided I'm really bad at this today, but it's because I'm really we decided to split up. Thank you very much. We decided to split up the party. So Zeke and not Barzoom and Gonk went down to the old parking lot where we had our cart at lot 18. And then me
Imagine being the dungeon master, Marcus.
I did this really smoothly last time.
You did.
And then
That was last time, though.
Yeah. And then me and this guy, Kevin,
We're singing in the rain.
we decided to follow the wife, and we went back to the apartment to see if Risbon would come home.
Correct.
Those two, they were down at the lot 18, and they were trying to get in to the place, but were very, very bad at persuading the guardsmen. And
the persuasion didn't go well. I think the effort to try and persuade them was actually extremely good.
It was extremely good. It was very funny, and I hope that they have succeeded in some way. But now it's led to the Gonk. He's staying there trying to maybe sneak in, and Barzoom, he turned tail and ran back to us.
Like a coward.
Coward. No.
That is a explanation of what happened during the last session. With that said, thank you, Marcus. Let's play some D&D. We start today's session outside of Cremor. It's late at night, and Basun, our tiefling, is currently, or is starting to make his way back towards town, while Gonk has managed to sneak past a currently sleeping guard and is looking down the pathway towards lot number or enclosure number 18, where he's seen a cart up front. Basun, as you start making your way back towards town, you haven't made it far yet, but as much as you don't feel like where you are is a place to be, memories that normally you think of something actively in order to remember things, but it's as if memories come to you of moments in your life with Gonk. And the more you walk towards or back towards town, the more these kind of memories kind of fluctuate in your head.
I stop and I look back at from the way that I came, and I'm like,
You're about 50 meters down the road from where.
and I say, "Conk, you fool!" And then I put on my hood up, and then I walk back towards lot number 18.
Yeah.
To see if I can save this crazy half-orc.
Stupid boy!
Stupid bard.
Stupid
Back towards the enclosure, or outside anyway. Gonk, you're currently posted up against the fence, trying to look down the pathway, and can't really make out more. It is late at night. You can't really make out more than that there is a cart out front. But as you sit and look down, make a perception check.
Oh well.
First roll of the day.
That is a 9, that is a 13. No, wait, that is 12. Well,
You look down and you see that in the house next to, as a matter of fact, let me get this up on the screen for you.
Oh my god.
battle maps!
You're all gonna die! It's a 2v2.
Oh.
Arena.
You see a green light pulling out a green sword and a green shield
Green shirt.
and a green shirt.
And a
Yeah.
green
Oh,
shirt.
that's why we're all green.
You are gonna murder Gonk.
Yes. No, we're not.
Yes, no.
Yes, no.
We all went for the guerrilla outfits.
There.
The map.
How would a wizard and a bard actually fare in a 2v2?
I
feel like they need a 10.
It depends on the spell slots.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sleep. And then they come with their daggers and stab.
Sleep, sleep.
Great. What you see, Mr. Gonk, let me hop on over here. Oh, we forgot to position that camera. Can someone do that for me? It needs to
Upper one,
the
right?
upper one further down.
Keep it doing.
And then, yep, that's good. And then, and then turn it a bit
It's easier to move the
that
map.
way.
I just.
And then push the map a bit further down that direction. So up towards your corner, you kind of. There you go. Stop right there. Boom. That's good.
Stop right there.
Process. And then I'm just gonna do this. This is so unprofessional of me.
oh no, we already have camera.
And now the camera. Oh no! Now the other webcam turned as well. You mean behind you.
I think we have to start over.
No, it's okay.
No, we don't.
All
we
is
are
good.
doing this.
All is good. We full commit.
Ah,
We
it's
never
because of the
restart.
I
We never restart. We are full.
The good thing is that people can't actually see those who because we're all green today.
Do it live.
We look like each other.
We do it live.
I'm really tired.
Hard commitment.
So like and subscribe if you feel like
This is
watching
good.
our
This is
process
good.
as well.
This is good.
If you
There
have
you
any
go.
notes, please send them.
If you have any notes,
Send them to Toby. The name is Toby.
Maybe just
If you want to see something else on our show, please don't hesitate to just comment in the comments, please.
No.
or maybe like if you have a lot of notes, maybe make them more concise.
Just make it.
because
Who
I'm
gets
not
it?
very good at criticism.
We only
Just
read
send them
comments from
personally to
subscribers
us.
now.
If you have any feedback, subscribe and we will hear it.
we will.
We will take it into
You can
consideration.
push messages.
Did you remember Seek? I even wrote to you on Facebook. You didn't.
His
have to remember
character.
Seek.
The Seeky Seek.
Seek.
Oh, no?
It's okay, doesn't matter. You're not here anyway. I would like for our dear and beloved two players to post themselves. Oh, sorry, only gone actually
Wait,
up there.
Hello.
Yes, you are currently standing and looking down towards lot 18, which is over there. And you see that from a window down here, light being turned on in the room.
Damn.
The day after we came.
The house with the gnome, was that this one?
Halfling.
A halfling. Sorry.
Yes, correct. You are currently standing next to lot number 19.
Yeah, I wanna.
Well, up against the fence anyway.
I wanna look on this house.
Yeah. As you look down in that direction, everything seems closed. There is still lights out front, but as you look kind of down the entire lane, there seems to be, like the headlamps on the building seems to be on all the way down, regardless of whether there's actually light inside the house themselves or not. But there is light out front on the doorstep, but nothing, no light coming from inside the house. And as you sit, Julian, you've made your way, Bassoon, you've made your way up around the corner and are now looking down. As you look down this road, you see a guard on his stomach, and about 30 meters further down, you see what appears to be Gone, kind of looking around a wall.
Damn. All right. I would like to try to see if I can hide the guard in some bushes nearby, if that's possible.
Do
Just-
you have sleep too?
No. I do
No?
not have that spell. Oh yeah. So touching him would be
I mean,
dangerous.
there's a chance he could wake up most
Yeah.
definitely, and also sleep only works for a minute.
Okay,
it's
so,
it's just I'm thinking you know.
I see that he's sleeping. Yeah, I
Because you talked- Last
recognize.
time you talked with the
Yeah.
guys about how long it lasted for.
Yes, yes.
So you would probably put two and two together.
All right. So yeah. Okay. I just sneak by him, try not to wake him,
I think
and
from
get
now on-
closer to Gonk.
Sorry. I think from now on, every time you guys use sleep, I should just have an hourglass. You're like 1 minute. Go. Real time. Go. In combat. Next turn. And he's over.
Oh no.
You make your way up, and Gonk, you notice footsteps behind you.
Gonk,
I turn around.
You notice Bassoon is there with you,
you made it in here.
Yes.
That's incredible.
and you both.
You came back.
You
I couldn't
both.
leave you alone. I couldn't. I need to help you.
You both hear and notice the guard. As you kind of look at each other, you look back and you see the guard lying on the ground. He's not getting up yet, but he's clearly moving.
Did you say that?
No, let's hide.
Those are
Good idea.
All right. Is there a place nearby that we
I
can
mean,
hide?
it's very dark at night.
Yes.
The moon is not out, so for you to hide would be rather easy around here. Obviously, right now you're sitting by a light source, so that's not the best place to hide. But you wouldn't have to go too far away from there in order to some extent at least, be hidden.
All right. I want to go over here under the tree.
Me too.
As you start making your way forward, you notice that down from the... I'm starting to think if maybe... No, this is correct, sorry. Down from around the house to what appears to be small creatures, both hooded, come out from the building.
Like out here.
Yes.
I would like to.
Oh no.
With hoods on, and with the way that you're sneaking your way forward, kind of stopping in motion, seeing this as they make their way forward. You see that the way they walk, it doesn't look very human. It's as if they're wiggling in a way that's different from how a human or any humanoid race, I suppose, would usually.
Does it remind us of anything we've met before?
Make a history check.
Can we both do that?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you don't remember anything.
It's a bear. What?
In 2 cloaks.
Yes. They're just very confused.
Fate 20.
You, as you sit, sit very tight and not study them, but look at them without making a sound. It becomes apparent to you that, wait a minute. And you realize as they both make kind of a turn, so you can see them from more of a profile perspective, that their noses are a bit longer and that small tails appear from behind their cloaks, or underneath their cloaks, and you both realize that it's kobolds.
Oh, they got in. Should we follow them? That's probably a good idea. I want to check if they've turned out the lights in the
There's
in the house.
still light in the room, and you see them both make their way down towards the cart, parked a little further.
All right.
I don't know if you can see it.
Are there children in the cart?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Yes.
And even with that, though, you can make out that there's something on the cart.
Okay, something.
But you cannot see whether it's crates, barrels, something else. There's clearly something on the cart, and these two are kind of making their way down towards this cart, and one of them jumps up on the cart and looks down to the other, and this is where I look at what languages you guys speak. No, doesn't matter. I know what language you speak, so you hear the sounds from them, and you see one of them, he has kind of it's not really a backpack, it's more of a rucksack over his one shoulder. He kind of takes it down, puts it on the ground, looks to the other one, and pulls out something, and you notice it to be very similarly looking, not exactly the same, but very similar looking to the, that's gonna be a long session. Yes. You notice it to be, you can just sit and hold it like that for the entire session, and that'd be perfect. Great. You notice it as being very, very similar to the torch / lantern, which we never really defined, that you found in the cave yourself.
All right. I try to see how they interact with the stuff that they take down from the cart.
Currently, there's the guy. The kobold up on the cart, you can move them down, by the way. The kobold up on the cart hasn't really done anything to move things down. He's more kind of moving around. Just, you can't make out exactly what's happening up on the cart. He's not a big creature, and the sights around the cart makes it difficult to see what he's doing inside it.
Right. But
they're clearly having a conversation between one another, and you see how the kobold standing with the lantern in hand starts with a...
Is he starting to light it?
With a tinderbox that starts...
If they light it, whoever made us go to sleep is going to show up, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe we should just stay put and watch.
I think you're right. I have no idea what else to do.
No, actually, I'm not gonna...
We just want to hide. Do an extra stealthy.
Yes. Make a stealth check, both of you. I assume you're just kind of sitting up by the fence, looking through. Nice.
Nothing.
Mine's a 5.
15.
Nothing.
No, but it was
15 and 5.
smooth.
You both sit up against up against the fence, and there is, considering where you are out in the open. You're relying on the dark of night to give you cover, because had it been daylight, you were literally two people sitting like this in a enclosure at a fence. Not exactly hidden, but you're having a hard time soon finding a spot where you're completely enshadowed. You do have a cloak on, which grants you more of a dark appearance, but it's hard for you to find one like particular spot. Whereas to you, Gog, you found somewhat of a pillar where maybe there used to be a little bit of a light, like a lantern or something from there. You can kind of sit behind, but you're still both looking down in this direction. You see, as he kind of fiddles around with the tinderbox and the lantern, that a second later it just lights up and a clear green light appears from the lantern, and he kind of just stands around for a second, like looks at it and then starts not like a crazy person waving. I'm immediately thinking of what is it, Die Hard on the runway, Die Hard 2. Or in The Rock with Nicolas Cage, where he's like, "Don't bump Alcatraz." That's not what he's doing. He's a little more, is this what I'm supposed to do? Kind of. And the other guy clearly noticed the lantern being lit, looks to him, but kind of turns around and continues fiddling with whatever he's fiddling with up there. And what you see next is that right behind you, up around here, a bright green light appears. You're sitting and looking down in this direction, and you just sense as if someone turned on a flashlight right behind you.
Oh no!
And it's a bright green light. And you notice that immediately these two kobolds look in that direction.
Right, I need to move because I'm not really that well hidden here. I want to try to move down here so I'm kind of in the cover behind the house.
Yeah, me too.
Both of you make a subject before you move yourself. Sometimes you have to rely on the dice.
6.
That's a 1.
That's
6 and
That's
that
a
one.
16!
You added up. That's how you play D&D. That's not how the force works.
19. That's a 190. You turn invisible. No, you.
That's very bad.
You both try and. You see this light behind you, and it completely catches you off guard. You try to like scramble for cover, and in doing so, you're in an enclosure in an area where it rains. I want to say multiple times a day, and you you slip. You don't fall face first into mud, but you both have a hard time, accelerating out of a already somewhat slippery underground ground below you, and you both barely. You maybe fall more, not completely prone, but kind of ready to start a push-up position, and you just kind of fall to your knees. But because you're behind Bassoon in your attempt to get to cover, you can't really make your way past. What happens is that these two kobolds, one of them, they don't move. One of them, thank you though for the immersion. He's like NPC.
Roll initiative.
What you see is that that the two kobolds look over in the direction of you, and as you, Bassoon, kind of get back up, you just see one of the kobolds staring straight at you. But as he's staring at you and you're staring at him, make a perception check.
Correct.
That's better.
That's more like it.
That's more like it.
Will it help him?
But will it help?
I can see that I'm going to die. Would it help?
If that's a 80.
You notice very quickly that the light behind you fades out again, or disappears again. Both put yourself up next to where Bassoon. Oh yeah. You notice the light behind you fades out. You both notice this, but Bassoon, as you're looking down in that direction, kind of having a don't blink contest with a kobold, you see what appears to be at another figure come walking very slowly. You just see kind of as more of as a silhouette appearing behind, coming from in here.
He must not be named.
Coming from in there and just goes up right behind them both. And that is literally what you see. You just see it go with 2 knives, cut both their throats.
Conker, you think this? All right.
Yes.
Sleep. And
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. What can we do? What can I do?
I would like to cast my level 2 sleep right here.
Nice.
how many dice are you gonna roll? 68?
They're gonna die. Is it 5
So
normally?
that's 25 d6.
Additionally 2, that's 7.
So have you prepared new characters?
And it starts raining.
Fuck. It's rain, sleep. Hallelujah, it's rain, sleep. That's how bard spells work.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Is that good or bad?
Tell me exactly what you roll.
Vote number 533.
So either we're gonna win or die now.
And the campaign is over! Yay!
You see light and prow.
No.
At last I see
44.
You
It's not enough.
see this assassin type person that
Ezio.
you see this person who stop rolling the
It's suspending.
you see this person having just done this. Both the kobolds fall to the ground. The person kind of turns around, looking up towards the cart, and seems completely unaffected.
Some artifacts there.
I have to ask: is sleep a somatic spell or a verbal spell? I'm sorry.
I don't think so, no.
Says VSM.
Yeah,
Just have to
there's
ignore.
verbal, thematic.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That one. That two. He noticed nothing, Jon Snow.
This creature gets up.
Oh my god.
And goes up on the cart for a second, takes something that looks like a big bag over its shoulders, and then goes into the house.
Oh.
I don't think we should mess with that guy.
No, I think you're right.
I'm really high.
You really felt that one?
Yes.
I could sense it. You were really concentrated. Is there anything happening in the house next to us?
1 moment.
19.
No, there's no light coming from inside.
Well, I guess the halfling that was pestering us when we were here last is not in.
Oh, should it be the cloaked figure?
Well, I try to remember any racial features that might have
This
indicated.
person was a medium-sized creature, so human, tiefling, elf.
right.
It's not a small.
It's not a
Very tall dwarf.
that 180 dwarf.
Well, I think maybe should we try to see through the window? It's too dangerous. Have you actually become afraid, Gonk?
I am a little intimidated by that guy, yes, I must say.
As you sit and you keep looking, you see that this creature once again comes out, still hooded, this time with a barrel rather than a sack, loads it on the cart, goes over in
I'm sorry.
goes over in front of the cart, kind of jumps up on it. You see he just kind of makes a arm movement, and the cart turns invisible or disappears.
Powerful. Mage user that is.
You just hear you hear like it's raining now, so it's hard to make out sound cues all at once, but you just hear kind of a sound.
Can we tell? Are there any marks on the
Yeah,
ground?
let's try to look at the ground to see if
I mean,
the
there are
cart is
marks
moving.
everywhere. It's a very used road, but as you sit and you look,
New tracks.
there are tracks from
Being
where
made.
the cart came from, and make a perception check.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but I think it's good.
that's inspiration is a thing.
That's neat. No, that's a dirty 20.
That is what I can assist with. I forgot. 30, 20.
Dirty
18.
You notice that the cart tracks.
jingle.
You notice that the cart tracks that that started where the cart was, that they are now moving, and the cart is making a U-turn,
So it's
coming towards you.
coming towards us.
It's
Okay.
turning from here and starting to make its way back
Okay.
towards where the city is.
Well, I would need to hide behind the house.
Interesting.
Bye.
Make a. I mean, I'm gonna give Gong a chance
to
figure
do
out what he
something.
wants to do as well.
Definitely.
Am I visible right now?
Vicious.
I mean, it's night and it's pretty dark, and you have your pillar to sit behind, but
I'm good.
it's a light post. It's not a half wall.
Oh, dang it.
And you're not a rabbit folk, you are a half orc.
Yeah.
Just a reminder in case you.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I'm hidden.
You know those dogs that read, like they put their heads under the table and they think they're hidden?
True.
That's the thing.
You're
That's
essentially an ostrich right now.
Yes.
Just a head in the ground.
No.
I didn't see anything.
You have the Goliath.
I don't see you, you don't see me.
Therefore, I am hidden.
So.
That's
I,
that wasn't me.
Try to make myself as little visible as possible.
Make
Goliath
a
roll.
stealth check.
Me as well?
Yes, both of you. Thank you. Oh, good. Thank you. The fist.
Success, kid.
Goliath roll.
Dirty 20.
Jesus Christ! Oh no! You managed to get back up on your feet. I mean, you've kind of been in the process of doing this ever since shit went sideways over there. And as the person went into the house, you got back at least to a crouched position, and now you kind of move further up and make your way up behind the wall. And Gong, you see this, see Bassoon going around the back of the building, and realize with the tracks coming towards you, there is no time for you to try and make that move. So you sit tight behind the pillar, and you can see this cart,
Or the tracks.
or the tracks anyway, kind of forming or moving the mud on both sides, comes up.
He is green though. In the bushes.
Put your face in the mud.
And continues moving forward.
Is it? I guess it's moving towards the guard.
It is going straight up in
Towards-
lower and lower numbers towards
So-
the city.
Towards the city, so towards the guard that woke up just a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Right.
But you don't hear cart sounds really. You don't. It doesn't. I mean, did both of you? No, none of you have ever been invisible. We have had you be
No, I've been
invisible and
invisible.
you've been invisible.
Yeah.
Neither of you have, right?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So
Unless Seep's been playing around in this.
Well, with my previous role, I kind of have an idea of where the cart is, right?
oh, you see the tracks too.
I still see the tracks.
You do.
I would like to try something. I would like to try to cast Find Familiar, which is a new spell that I have achieved.
I think that takes.
Does it take too long? Okay, good. Okay, good. Great. All right. Well, I have it as a learned
Yes.
summoning spell.
Yeah.
So, but is it instantaneous or does
No,
it take?
you have to make it as a ritual. Go in and you.
The first time it
Stop
takes.
in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Every time it
The first
dies
time you
after
make it takes a while to do, and then you have it. It just exists.
Then
you can just
forget
Yeah.
my idea.
Alright.
No, it was a great idea.
But either way, you both see the tracks moving forward, and as you look to the side, you notice the guard that was on the ground where you looked before, that there's no one in that position.
Oh, so he's gone.
Gonk, get up.
Hey, we have to follow the tracks.
Do you want to follow the tracks or see what he put in the house?
You go do that. I go for the tracks.
Be careful, Gonk. He seemed very powerful.
I know.
You might as well just run 5 separate campaigns at this point.
All right. No, I'm not leaving you again. I'll follow you.
I'm not gonna. You can do whatever you want. That is completely fine.
I want to follow the tracks.
Let's do it.
It's completely up to you. You make your way
Downtown.
towards the end of the enclosure. You're still on the inside of the enclosure. How much of a distance? Like how? Because after, again, it's very dark at night. Now it's raining as well. You start seeing, as these tracks are approximately, I want to say 20 meters in front of you, that they become very hard to keep track of.
Yeah, and you can't hear the cart moving, like the turning
There's
of the wheels.
no audio, and there's no, I mean, you wouldn't know this, but no, there's nothing giving you the information on its location other than the dirt being moved to the side.
I think it's better to check out the warehouse. I don't think we're going to be able to keep up with
Maybe
that
you're right.
spell.
Maybe you're right.
Then you'd have to, press use detect magic all the way.
Yeah. We can't do that. It's too much of a distance.
But,
You're right. Let's go back to the house.
Well, tell the others what we've seen. Let's. Okay, so we go to 18.
Let's go back to the house.
You cross the road. You kind of come up to the fence and look to both sides. Again, similarly to last time you were here, there are guards posted on the various stops down. But as I said earlier as well, it's only every second. Whereas the last time you were here during the day, it was at every intersection there was a guard in the corner. But now in the evening, it's every second. So you do have a guard. Not here, but that will be around here.
All right.
Just so you know, and that's what you mean. Again, can't see the person or race or anything. You just kind of see a silhouette of a man standing underneath a street light all the way down.
I would like to stealthily go over here to the window.
Yes, please make stealth check. I assume you'll go with
Yes.
them. Let's do it both.
That's a 3.
Oh,
That's a fake 20.
Whoa!
These guys. Hey.
Work.
She'll carry me.
As you make your way forward,
working in tangerine.
again, it's raining, it's wet. But soon, as you make your way across, a slippery rock that you're almost about to fall over, and you just feel a hand on your shoulder, Gonk, kind of holding you on your feet, and you see right before you, or a little further down, these 2 dead kobolds on the ground lying there.
Gonna get framed for murder.
And yeah, you are now
Like Squid Game.
approximately like that. Yes, you are. Let me.
Leo.
Why can't I find my mouse? Pure try. Is my mouse on the screen somewhere? Oh, it's up there. That's right.
So there.
Yeah.
The screen.
You have the kobolds, and you are here and here. Is that correct? There. Unless if you didn't want to make.
I wanted to go over to the
That means that you are up here.
window.
Yeah.
You see the dead kobolds further down, and make a perception check, both of you, with disadvantage. We will take the highest number of the 4 rolls. That is.
The highest number?
I mean, with disadvantage. So the highest of your 2 highest.
The lowest of the.
Well,
I did actually I got a 6 both times, so that's an 8.
great.
And
I
you
had 17 in natural 1.
Oh,
Unfortunate. You look down and you see these 2, kobolds lie dead in the street. And you make your way around the side of the building.
Okay. I want to try to look through the. Should we look through the window?
Yes, do it.
I should also
Still
add
light
to
in
it-
there, right?
I should add to it that when he left, he turned off the light inside. I
Okay.
didn't say that
Great.
before, I'm sorry,
Great.
but
So
there's
the
no
lights.
light inside.
Okay. Well,
Well,
let's try to
the light
use
itself.
my dark vision to see if I can see through the window anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, but again, it's not like daylight.
I know.
It's just dim lit.
Just a little bit better.
You see in, and it looks again very similar to last time you were here, but some of the crates. I mean, last time you were here, everything seemed very old. Wait, did you even know this? You were the only one who was in there, right?
No,
we
we're all
also
in
have a
something.
thing going on.
I think we hid in there.
But Triad's the only one in that thing.
But that was not in that one. That was at the office where you were.
He also got us. He also put us in there in an illusion.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
In the spell
You were there at one point. But you look in and you see still there's dirt everywhere, or dust anyway. It doesn't look like it's been used for anything, but you can see that some of the crates and stuff back in the corner seem less dusty. I mean, they're in the same style, but they seem a lot less dusty than the stuff that was here last time you were here.
Right.
What do you see?
They've been touching some of the crates. I think they've been doing something to them, but I don't see any cargo, so to speak, new cargo in there.
Should we try to go in?
Yeah, I think so. Did he lock the door?
You didn't see him.
I didn't see him lock the door.
We can just use my unseen servant to open the window.
Oh, like last time.
Yeah, look,
Try
last
it.
time.
Try it.
I do my unseen servant
Mm-hmm.
and try to make it open the window from inside.
Yes, because that's
I
the
was
window
hoping.
that you succeeded in opening. You opened the window.
Great.
Right.
Well,
Should I crawl in? Okay. I try to crawl in
Yeah.
through the window.
And I follow.
You both make your way into the house. And as that happens,
Meanwhile,
Sieg is having the time of his life.
we hop back. And I've muted you again. Because now it's 2 o'clock. You have to go.
I'll be back.
Bye.
Next week on.
We hop back to. Have I done this right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 5.
7.
And you turned off the microphone too now? Yep. Yes, you're a legend. Great. So we hop back to town where a Sato is currently. I remember it as you went all the way back to Sonsalas and went to your room to wait for Neilram, or did you go to his room?
I went to my room.
Yes, because with the note being given.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. You sit down. Again, you can hear as well that the rain has started outside. You sit down inside and it's as if this pain in your chest that you felt kind of as pulses, where they come and then they go away again, and you don't feel anything really. They're starting to pulse more frequently. It's not as painful as the first time it happened, but I'm really having a hard time describing the feeling, but it's as if you're just feeling a constant pressure on your it's if you're constantly like taking your hand over fire, away from fire, over fire, away from fire, but it's coming from your chest. Not necessarily the heart, but just like in your chest region.
Okay.
And you hear a knock on your door.
Come in.
You see as the door opens that the receptionist is there, along with the onion.
Neil Rem.
Hello, Mr. Seek. You called for me?
Yes, we have I don't even know where to start. Well, first of all, you did something where we went into my mind together. And right now I've been feeling this weird pulsating pain in my chest, and I do not know why. Pain, yes.
Something you've eaten?
I did have some weird cheddar cheese earlier, but I don't think it's that.
Are you lactose intolerant?
I have an herb for that.
Yes. That's There's so many things going on at the moment, and you know pretty much everything that we've been doing, and you've been very helpful with to us and what we're supposed to do here, and we're still looking for clues, answers, and but actually at the moment I cannot think. All my willpower is going towards this feeling of there's something wrong inside of me, and I don't know if it's to do with the magic that is uncontrollable or what it is. I do not know what to do about it.
I'm not sure if you're feeling a pain in your body. My studies have never really been the more restorational kind, but I do know that we have we have a couple of temples here in town where they have some doctors and some herbalists and maybe some clerics that could potentially help you. Is it something? I mean, you mentioned it.
It's when
coming a couple of days.
Yes, it seems to originate from when I'm using my magic, my innate magic.
Okay. Would you mind telling whoever's playing the piano to please stop doing that?
Yes.
This is just a chaos session.
Yeah.
I would like to try and help you. Do you think going into a do you know where it originated from? Was there a specific moment when it happened? Is there something? You see, the thing is with the magic that I've used with you before, we have to be very specific about a moment in time when you would want to go back to, and it doesn't last for very long.
Well, it started when 2 nights ago, when I was carrying a chest into that. You remember I told you about the chest that we had to retrieve?
Yes.
And I tried to take it into the inn that we were staying at Athel's. And when I went up into the threshold of the door, it started like grasping my heart and just twisting, turning. And I don't know if it was the content of what was in the chest. We never found out, but that's when it started. And I don't know, guys, what to do about it. Can you just turn the camera up?
It's gonna be like this all day. It's okay. Today's just one of those sessions, you know.
That's all I know. It feels weird, something that has been uncontrollable for my entire life, and I finally actually felt like I could do something, and then it starts hurting. It feels weird in many ways.
Does it hurt when you?
Whenever I do magic, it hurts. And I do not know of any restorational magic that I know. No.
Well, I can't say that I've heard of this before. I'm sorry to hear that you're in pain, but I think our best bet is to seek help from the clerics, or since it has to do with magic, I don't suppose a herbalist could be of much help, at least not the ones here in town. They usually tend to more in the sort of diseases and sickness and whatnot. How about... Are you feeling any pain right now?
It comes and goes. It's like the feeling of drawing your hand over a fire. Is that sort of pulsating pain in the chest?
Try and. I assume you're standing, or
Yes.
maybe you've sat down on
Yeah.
the edge of the bed or something. Try and have a seat and let me try something. And you sit down. He kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. And you just feel kind of a vroom that goes through your entire body. It doesn't seem to be anything magical, at least nothing that I can sense. As he does this, and you feel that it's kind of a soft wave going through your entire body. As soon as it's gone and he starts talking again, make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
You feel in your chest, it's as if he has his hand on your shoulder,
Yeah.
as this kind of went past you, you just feel like, and the pain disappears again. Kind of the same type of pulse, but it's as if it hit right as the wave feeling went past you or across your chest.
Yeah. I felt it again when it's just a small throbbing pain.
So it has got to do with magic.
Yes, and I do not know if it's, and now that it's not only me, it's whenever magic appears within me or to me, that happens. I do not know what to do, honestly.
I think we best seek out the clerics,
Yeah.
because they must know what can be done. I know that there are helpers at the temples at this hour, but I think we might get more help if we wait till morning. Would you rather that we go now, or should we wait till morning until the clerics? So we could go and awake them now, but they have a lot going on usually, and
Yeah.
I know they need their sleep in order to perform their various rituals and help. So if we wake them, and then they might not be able to use their magic.
For me right now, I feel helpless to my friends. If this thing stops me from protecting them, I do not know what to do.
I see.
So I get that they need their sleep.
I have never heard of anyone
You know,
who feels pain when using magic.
me neither. When I have, like as you do, and I might, if I might imply that Barsoon, my greatest friend and brother,
The tiefling.
the tiefling, yes, he learned magic by studying books, and my magic has always been more like an innate thing. I just know how to do it.
If you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
where exactly is Barsoon from?
From Little Oak.
He's born in Little Oak.
Well, actually, we actually do not know. His father found him, and or was given to him, or something. There's an elvish man, a former adventurer, and it's actually funny. I've never been told that story, how he found him, and whenever we tried to talk to him, or Barsoon asked, he actually never told us anything. Kind of avoided the question.
It's only because tieflings are somewhat rare in the region, and maybe it's just me not having met that many of them before, but he did seem oddly familiar.
Familiar? In what
Yes,
way?
It might just be me being confused, but there's just something to his appearance that I feel like I've seen before. But again, it might just be me not being able to tell them apart, to be frank with you.
If it wouldn't be too much task, I do believe it would do us better just to see them as fast as possible so I can come out and help with the pressure of the
I
time.
want let's go there right away. Do you need anything?
No, I have everything I need.
Okay. You you take a raincoat. You can hear the rain outside, and make your way out into the streets. There are still people. I mean, we are past midnight at this point, but there are still people in the streets. Carts coming in at a slower rate at this point in the day, obviously, but there are still carts coming in. As you make your way outside, you see Neilram come out, take a hood over his head as well, and make a Constitution save throw.
16 plus something.
It's a teleportation. Or they can track it.
Dirty 20.
You make your way on out into the street.
We are on a
And,
roll today.
Yeah, you guys are really rolling eyes today. Good thing it doesn't come bad.
Just wait.
And the dragon
should change that. That's a 1.
Wait until
And
Dog and
that's a
Summer
1.
comes to.
I just rolled 17 twice.
As you make
Stop
your
it.
way out into the street, and Neilram is there with you, you start walking on down towards the. One moment.
Cleric place.
Yes.
I just had to make sure that I knew exactly where it was.
Le temple. Le temple de
La
cleric.
temple de...
Temple.
Where are the temple?
We would like to go left and to the right and find the temple.
Yes.
Huh?
You come out of the building. You're still on the Wagon Run, one of
Yeah.
the two main streets of Cremor. You make a right, and you don't go all that far. It's only maybe 100, 200 meters before you stand out in front of. I don't think you wouldn't have noticed it when you first come in. Again, all these buildings are 4, 5 stories tall, incredibly narrow. Think old France, or maybe like San Francisco in the width of the buildings, but just 4 or 5 stories high. And in between two buildings, there's this smaller building which is made out of stone from bottom to top, where the majority of the other houses have like wooden planks in between. And you see that there's a small banner waving, or a small sign waving, with just 2 hands like this. Not in a praying position, but just kind of 2 hands up like this. And it says the All Faiths Temple on the entrance. And Neilram looks. Neilram, come with me. This is where we need to go. You make your way inside and see that there are people walking around up at the ends of. It's not that deep a building. It's a little deeper than your usual houses, but up at the end of the building there's an altar. There's no statue of any specific god or deity or anything you've seen before. It's just an empty room. There are some benches around, some people sitting. As you make your way in, you see people walking around, everyone being quiet. It's not awkwardly quiet the same way as in Sonsalans, but everyone are quiet and calm. You can kind of see down one of the corridors that at the end there's a bit of a kind of a sleeping hall, I suppose you could call it, with bunk beds where there are people sleeping. As you look down the other direction, you see that there's what appears to be a sleeping hall as well, but only with 1 level beds. And as you come in, Neilram goes over to the first person he sees and says, sorry, 1 second. We're here looking for Valdin. And this young boy looks at him. I'm sorry, Valdin is asleep right now. Is it urgent? And Neilram kind of looks at you and goes, yes, I think it would be best if we could talk to him now. Oh, I suppose I can go wake him up then. Come with me. And he kind of takes you or brings you in. There is sort of a hallway that leads all the way around the I guess you could say, the main kind of hall of the small church-looking building. And at one of the side doors, he kind of knocks on the door, and you hear a sound inside. I'm so sorry, Mr. Valton. There are some people here to see you. It's Neilrim. And you hear kind of some muffling in the room, and let them in. And you see as you come in, there's no, that's okay. It's very contagious. As you come in, you enter this rather small room, and are met by this elderly human male with white, not long hair, but kind of shoulder-length hair. Literally has just put on some sort of a gown of a sort, and sits on the edge of his bed. Oh, Neilrim, hello there. It's been a while. And yes, I've brought and as he looks to you, he goes, "Oh, I don't remember having heard of satyrs coming to town."
I do believe I'm the only one actually here.
Yes, I can't say that I've seen a lot of you recently.
But you have seen us. Seen some.
Oh yes, satyrs, they do. They do come to Am every now and again, but not too often, I suppose. What can I do for you?
Well, since a couple of days ago, I've been having a weird sort of pain whenever I use my
Make a
magic.
Constitution saving throw.
Told you. 22.
Ooh. Continue.
I've been having these weird, I would call it almost seizure-like feelings when I use magic. And it's like a throbbing pain. And it's whenever magic happens, either to me or when I do it myself. And I don't know what to do. I cannot protect my friends. I cannot do anything without this.
Neilrim kind of steps in and goes, yes, he says he's in pain whenever he's around magic. Oh, is it only when you cast magic, or is it when magic is cast upon you?
Both. And it's quite...
And it doesn't matter which sort of magic?
I do not think so.
He casts fireball.
That is unusual.
And it
How are
hurts.
you feeling now?
It's there the entire time, but when I use magic it hurts even more.
And is it in your entire body?
It's in my chest.
And he kind of gets up from his bed and comes over to you and puts, if I may,
Of course.
puts a hand on your, not on your microphone, but on your chest, and and you feel this pretty, I won't say refreshing feeling of kind of heat coming to your chest, but it very quickly turns, like the heat that would normally be the warm, comforting heat. That is what happens when he initially puts his hand on you, turns into a painful feeling, and you see on his face, he kind of takes his hand off and looks at his hand for a second, and then looks back at you going, no, there's clearly something off here, and he kind of just takes his hand down, and you can see that his hand is kind of red, as if not, I mean, he's not actually been burned, but it left a mark touching your body. Tell me, when did this first start?
Well, it started 2 nights from now.
Has it been getting worse, or is it...
Yes, it just started as someone grasping the inside of my heart and just pulling it, pushing. And then later, whenever I use magic, it comes, and then it's a constant throbbing pain in my chest.
Have you... You can see like everything that was tiredness and lack of focus before is now more concern. Have you been hearing any voices?
That was great timing.
Tell us.
I don't believe so.
Have you heard any voices in languages you might not understand?
Have I heard that? I don't remember.
I'm asking you. Have you heard that?
I don't believe so.
I was gonna say, if you don't remember having heard that, it's probably because you haven't.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I would remember this.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I have not. We have been, the last couple of days, we've been dealing with very powerful magic. Neil Ren can attest to this. And I don't know if it triggered anything, if... I have been, my entire life, been fearing this, that sometimes uncontrollable things happen to me when I use magic. But it seemed to be under control, and then a couple of nights ago this happened.
He looks at you and then looks up at Neilram. I don't know if I should be talking to you about this, but I'm gonna roll a persuasion check against himself. I
Didn't succeed.
I can assist if you want.
What? Bardic inspiration! Give me one more.
You're not telling us. What?
Please remember that if you assist.
You're not telling him.
I
What is he not
was
telling
visited by... I was visited by an elf the other day who you see Neil and goes, it's okay, you can talk to us. And this elf had seemingly out of nowhere come into possession of certain magical powers. He didn't understand it at the time, and neither did we, and to be honest with you, we still don't understand exactly what happened. He seemed like an ordinary person. There was no history of him having ever done any magic before, and yet he was able to do things even I would have a hard time doing, but with ease. I told him to head to Afkatla to see if he could find out more about exactly.
Afkatla.
You would know that is the capital of the region,
Right.
out towards the water. And him and his family went the same day. I can't say that what you're experiencing is the same, but it just strikes me as odd to have two of these seemingly unexplainable occurrences happen within such a short amount of time. Make a constitution save, bro.
23.
My God.
On that 20.
You feel, as he's talking to you, that you're having a harder and harder time kind of focusing on what he's saying. And you're, as you kind of, try and shake it off, it's as if every time you shake your head, it feels like you're like shaking it much harder than you actually are. Like a real bad headache. You're starting to become somewhat dizzy. And he looks to you and goes, I think it's best if you stay here for the night and we will see what we can find out in the meantime.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
You, Neilram looks to you, and then Valdin goes out to the hallway and gets hold of the same busboy who was there before. Could you please escort our dear friend to the sleeping quarters? And you go with him, and again, you're dizzy, you're feeling weirdly fatigued, and as you kind of look down your hands, you're seeing where you're not hallucinating, but it seems the same way that your hand lit blue when you were in the sewer. It's just, when you're looking at it, it just seems like it's constantly changing colors in a weird way, like a pulsing kind of shine from within your hands that is just weird. And you come in to this sleeping quarter, not the bunk bed one, but the other one. You can see that you come in, it kind of functions as both a sleeping quarter, but there's also people lying that is being tended to, so it might be kind of a combination of that and some sort of an infirmary. You lay down, and it doesn't take more than a second or two as both Neilram and Valdin come in, and he puts a hand to your chest again and goes, just get some sleep. And you can feel that as he puts his hand on your chest, there is just an immense pain, kind of as if you're being stabbed essentially. And what you hear is from the person lying next to you, not a scream, but what seems more of a what? And you pass out.
Are you the big bad guy here?
We make our way back towards the road just parallel to where we were before. We fly
Let's
through
go
the
talk
road
to... No, we don't.
and see two
I forgot I was on
two friends standing,
Two friends.
looking around the side of a building,
Day.
having just realized as
One of
the
them has
captain-
realized.
as the captain starts walking, what you see as the captain starts walking up the small staircase towards the house, and you see it as Rispin.
Dom, that's the captain from the warehouse.
What? What do you mean?
We fought that guy. We fought Rispin.
Rispin is the captain
Apparently so, yeah.
from the time when you were.
Rispin!
I'm whispering.
Did you say Rispin?
I just so the microphone doesn't turn off, then I can just.
All is good.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm yelling.
quiet.
What are you saying?
Okay, that guy
The fuck?
is the one trying to kill us all.
You've seen him
Yeah.
disappear into the house and close the door behind
He
you.
was my superior officer when I was stationed here.
Well, he's not a city guard anymore.
But that can't be. He's not like that.
Okay. I don't think he knows me, and he knows you. I was invisible. He hasn't seen me.
So he doesn't. So, but the others, he knows the others.
He knows the others, yeah.
But wait, you were.
Yeah.
But you were still in the prison.
Yeah, I wasn't invisible until the end, but I saw him.
Ah.
He was fighting with the others.
With Barsoon and everyone.
Yeah, he went up to fight them, but he hasn't seen me, so we can go talk to him and see what he knows.
What about in the prison? Didn't you guys say that you saw him there, the captain?
Oh, that's true, but I don't think.
Not that my big intelligence, but you know.
No, well, it was so fast, and only Barsoon really got a look at him. Let's see what he says.
Alright, yeah. Man, I just can't. It doesn't make sense.
Is it better that you go in alone and I just wait here?
I don't know. Maybe let's just go together.
Right.
And knock on the door. Plus,
what about that girl who thinks that I'm a big fan of yours?
Oh. Maybe you could stand guard, like watch what happens.
I'll stand guard over here. Yeah.
Because
so if anything happens, throw a brick through the window.
And if anything else happens, I put a sock outside the door.
Oh.
No,
not sleeping in that tent today.
All right. Okay. So I'll go up, I guess, and talk to.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Yeah. Okay. Why are you holding your breath?
Because I'm scared.
Oh, I thought it was something that you could be invisible if you hold your breath.
No.
Like in.
No, it's if you
just
push your belly button.
Oh.
How didn't I know?
It's like okay. It's so
No.
I am.
I'm gonna put on my sixpence again.
Okay, Kevin. I'll find out. But but maybe they're arguing. Okay, I will go up to the door.
Mm-hmm.
On our way to the building, and
I'll cross the road as well, but stay on like a good 50 meters from the door, just standing, looking.
I'm just before I knock. I just want to like listen if I can hear anything.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Here we go.
We're back in the game.
Here we go. We're back. Yeah, that's 5.
You can't hear, a layout of exactly what's going on, but you can hear there's an argument between what's clearly the wife and Rispin inside. But you can't really make out exactly what they're saying.
Okay, I knock on the door.
You hear it go quiet. And within a couple of seconds, you hear someone approaching the door. Opens the door, and you're just instantly met by Rispin, and he goes, "We don't have time for." Wait, Dominic, what are you doing here?
Hi, Brisbane. I was in town, and I've been visiting town with a couple of friends, just for fun, and I thought I wanted to catch up with you, but I went to the Thale Dawn, and they told me you hadn't been in, so I wanted to just say hi, and maybe you'd like to go for a beer or something?
It's
And
yes, sure. You know what? Why not? Let's.
And I got acquainted with your wife and daughter. So just earlier today, I came by to.
You came?
I came by to see if you were home, but was met by them, and yes,
We had a fun time.
Oh, I see. It's. Maybe now is not the best time. It's
Is something wrong?
it's been a weird couple of days. It's how about if we and you see the wife come down the hallway. She kind of looks up from behind. Riz, but I think we deserve to hear what's going on. as she looks down towards both you and him, and he kind of looks around going, "There's nothing going on, I've told you already." And he looks back to you.
Are you alright, Risbon? Is everything okay?
You trust me, don't you?
Yes.
Would you like to come in for a cup of tea?
It's got a new kettle.
Yes, why not?
Oh yeah.
I was just about to say.
I'm sorry.
I hope the new kettle's working well.
Why would you do that?
Sorry.
Yes, I'd love a cup of tea. Thank you very much.
Say it now.
I am yelling. I went and brought your daughter a new kettle. I am yelling. So no, I would love to. Thank you. To have a cup of tea. Yeah.
And, he's been standing kind of not like this, but kind of somewhat like that, and he just opens the door and goes, "Well, come on in."
Thank you. Is
you,
your kettle working well?
Kevin, you see that Dom comes in, and as he comes in, Dom walk into the house. You see Risbon kind of do a, and then closes the door.
He doesn't see me, right?
He doesn't appear to have noticed anyone.
Cool. That's great.
You make your way inside the house, and once again meet his wife. The daughter is not there, but they have a lowly lit kind of round living room table, and you can see that in the back of the room there's a small kitchen area, not much of a actual kitchen, but there's just a stove and a sink, and you see that there's a kettle on the stove, and clearly it's the one that you purchased.
Well, I don't mind if I do. Worth every fucking gold piece that kettle.
You take a seat, or he invites you to take a seat, so I just assume that you sit down with him, and as you...
What a beautiful kettle you have. No, I'm not gonna stop it.
Okay.
Sorry.
You sit down, and
yeah,
the wife comes over and goes, "Yes, it was awfully nice of you to bring us this." And
oh, no problem.
And you can see Risbon kind of looking at you weirdly for a second.
They told me the kettle was broken. So I just went to get a new one.
Someone sure has come to money, I see. Good for you.
Well, I guess.
You can see the wife kind of pours a cup for each of you, including herself, and then she takes a seat at the last table, or the last pulled up chair at the table, sits down, looks at both of you and goes, "So, Dominic here tells me that you haven't been to work the last couple of days." And Risbon just looks at her and then kind of looks at you. Well, I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but our captain has... He looks at you for a second and then looks at her. Has sent me on a secret mission, and therefore the common guards and Melvin that you talked to wouldn't have been informed of what I've been doing. And just takes a sip of tea.
Is he telling the truth?
Doesn't you get an instant check? You know Risbon as a very firm leader of the patrol that you've been in, and he's not one that's usually kind of searching for words.
No.
But while you don't know if he's lying, he seems unusually insecure in his talking right now, as if either like they're
Risbon, you're saying you're on like a secret operation?
Yes, it's all I can say. I'm afraid it's got to do with the mayor, and apparently there's been some people who wanted to hurt him. So I myself and a couple others. You remember Sestan and Baldin and Novan, right?
From the guard?
Yes, exactly, from the guard.
Yeah, vaguely. It's been a while, but
you remember them anyway. Yeah,
remember,
me and them. You've never heard these names before.
Okay, no. Yeah, great.
Me and them. We've been tasked as kind of a secret help to
help the mayor.
To the mayor, you know. So you know, the royal guard that would usually be there. Everyone knows who they are, and we are kind of the undercover guards for him.
I see.
He's mainly saying this
Yeah.
to his wife, just looking to you every now and again, kind of for confirmation on what he's talking about. So that's what's been going on. It's great to have you here, though, Dom. How come you're back in Grimble?
Well, I came with a few friends of mine from Little Oak.
Oh,
A couple of friends, and wanted to show them the city where I was stationed.
mm-hmm.
Neither of us have ever been outside of Little Oak. Apart from me.
So how are you guys liking it so far?
It's been
Is it good to be back?
well. It's been an experience, to say the least. We have my brother. He's been playing a bit with his lute at a few places, and I've managed to work a little bit for the half-orcs at the docks. Yeah.
Okay. They pay you well?
Yeah. They pay all right. I mean, I could afford a kettle, so.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. But
Are you planning on staying here? Is it just?
it's a smaller visit for the time being. But I mean, we're planning to not to stay for too long. But well, I mean, I think we got a few days left
Okay.
until we go back, one way or the other. So you've been busy, I see. That's fair.
Yes, it's been a lot of work. Usually in the evening hours. It's not been kind for our relationship. You know, not getting to come home to bed as much as I would like to. Maybe coming home a little later anyway. And,
Yeah.
But I do wake up next to my kind of Hatz's wife, who's just kind of not shrug it off, but she's still not completely satisfied. So I do still get to wake up next to her in the morning. So I have been telling them that I would like some of the earlier shifts for the operation, but as you know, with the mayor and all, it's not always so easy to.
Tell me again, who were the guys from work you were from the guard you were working with?
Oh, you know them. I
do.
told you. You know the guys. Yeah.
It's just I don't really remember those names, but I suppose we did have some shifts together.
Yeah, I believe you must have. I mean, obviously there's a lot of guards in town. Maybe
Obviously.
they weren't there. Maybe living outside of town has made you focus on other things.
Risbon, if anything's, if you need help with anything or something.
Oh no, everything is just fine. The mayor and the guard here, they pay well for what I do, and I hope that soon we will be rewarded for our job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we maybe we can go for a beer stay tomorrow or something if you're up for it.
I'm afraid tomorrow's not the best, as we have to, go.
Yeah, of course,
work.
of course.
You know how it is with all of this. It's nice to have you back in town, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of looks to his wife and looks back at you. I must say I am getting awfully tired, though. So it was nice of you to stop by and
yeah. Well, it's getting late, of course, and you should get your sleep and important things, of course, happening.
In the meantime, outside of the house, Kevin, make a... No, actually, you don't have to do that because you have your passive perception idea.
But
you
that's not
notice...
great. Can I please?
You notice two people standing out front. You know how you were standing kind of up against the wall looking towards the staircase? Standing kind of in a similar fashion, but trying to look through the windows of the house.
Oh. Like on the same street?
Right across the street from where you are.
Okay.
I mean, do you cross the street?
Yeah.
Or are you on the same side of the road?
I'm on the same side of the door. Looking like boom that way.
Well, in that case, you see two people pose up exactly the same as you, just 15 meters further down the street.
Oh. So what do they look like?
They're both older than you, but younger than Risper.
Everyone is.
Male humans who they don't exactly seem like the nicest bunch.
Okay. I think have they seen me standing there?
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay.
One of them looks to the other. They're kind of standing next to one another. We should have met with him 10 minutes ago. Where? What's taking him so long? And actually, you know what? That's not what they would sound like. They would be more like, we should have met with him 10 minutes ago. What's taking him so long?
Yeah.
And they're kind of trying to look through the window, kind of looking around, and you see as they start looking down in your direction too.
I think I actually just try and sit down against the wall, try to look as relaxed as possible.
Yeah.
Just taking the beautiful sights of Cremorne.
Yeah. At night in the...
Maybe I try looking a little bit drunk. Could be like, yeah.
You sit out front and these two there kind of just standing and looking around, and a few moments later you hear or see the door open. Dominic, I suppose, starts. I mean, at least Risper has kind of stood up with you and go, if you're in town for long, I suppose we could find another day to meet up.
Of course, and
Well,
Rispen just where what?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
And Rispen, if you're ever in trouble, I hope you know you can trust me.
Of course. Just like you can always trust me.
It's important to have friends you can trust.
It very much is. Tell me, where are you and your friends staying at the moment? Maybe I'll come to say hello at some point.
We've been at Aftel's. Yeah. You might be able to find us there.
Sure thing. I'll come down there and see. Maybe at an evening if you're done. I suppose you're still getting pretty good rates with everything that happened when you were here.
Yeah, we are definitely. Yeah. Well,
I did have an explosion down there not too long.
Oh yeah. That was. We have no idea what happened. It was like a crazy explosion. Yeah, definitely. It was insane. Everyone got to report to the guard afterwards. It was a major deal. But yeah, it was like a sound coming from nowhere. Some people were hurt.
I heard.
You heard?
I heard people were hurt. I suppose I'll see you at another time then.
I suppose so. Well, have a good night, Brisbane.
You too. And, he opens the door, lets you out, and Kevin, make a perception check.
That is 15.
You notice, because you're standing down the road in a way that it's you. I mean, you have the house wall here, right?
Yeah.
So it's you up against the wall. Then it's the two guys somewhat closer to the entrance.
Yeah.
And then it's
And
the
then the
door. And the
door.
door opens up like this.
Ah.
So what you see as Dominic walks on out, Dominic, you notice two guys standing kind of just casually up against the wall as you come out. And as you walk on past, you see, I mean, Kevin, you notice Brisbane, as he's kind of about to close the door, spotting these two guys and just looking at them and going, and then just like, what do you call it, like nods with his head, and then closes the door. And you see the two guys, like, as you kind of come past them, just start walking down the street, and then like make a turn down into the alley behind the house.
I think I'm gonna follow.
You and, I mean, you would be met with Dom now.
Okay, so two guys were waiting for him. They're going into the alley. Maybe I should just follow them, or do you want to come?
Also, quick information. Last session, we went to purchase a ring mail for Dominic. As it turns out, I, the bad DM, remembered, wait, he never actually lost his chainmail in the first place. So, but because we had such a good encounter with it, I don't want to completely wipe it off people's memory. So I will say that the amount of money that it cost, which was, I believe, 11.
Yes.
Who paid for it?
I bought
Everyone. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be difficult. Anyway, I wanted to say that you only paid half, and you get to keep the stats of your chainmail because it's better than the ring mail.
Oh yeah.
Just so that it's a meet in the middle, but both the mistakes were on me. So
No worries.
I made.
What
good
do I
deal
get
with
in
myself.
return? Arrows?
No, you get to have spent half your friend's gold instead, and you get to keep your chainmail.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner in this.
Money now, that's nice.
Very cool.
How much
Just
is
lost
it?
my
Yeah.
business.
So you have a chainmail, is what I wanted to
Shit,
say,
yeah.
and not a ring mail.
Yeah.
And I have.
I just remembered
I
that.
have a longsword now too, right? Oh, I owe you like 20 gold.
You
everyone.
carry a lot of boxes.
Great.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So there were two guys waiting for him. They were anxious. I think we should follow them, but be careful. Okay.
it's.
Is
I
it-
have a really hard time lying to my old superior
So
officer.
should I just?
No, I want to see what's going on. He's hiding something. He's keeping secrets. He told me he was working for, like, on a secret mission for the mayor or something, but it doesn't seem.
That's clearly allowed.
And he mentioned people I've never heard of before that he worked with and that I supposedly work with.
It's just
It's hard
if
to
he
believe
sees you. If he sees you sneak around, he knows something is up. Maybe it's better than I
It
just.
sound like he's in trouble.
Looks very good on camera.
So
I
maybe
don't
just
know. Did he
stay-
attack you guys?
No. Well, yeah, he did. But
Well, yes. He had a sword and almost killed your brother, but other than that, I mean, nothing really happened.
yeah. But okay, I go in the alley. You can stay outside, and if anything happens, I'm gonna scream and run for it. Okay?
Okay,
Cool.
so I'm staying out here.
Yeah.
How will I know? How will I know your scream?
Well, it's gonna sound like this, and then I'm gonna scream on the top of my lungs. No, it's just you know when I'm in trouble.
Yeah. All right, I'll stay out
Outside
here.
the taverns. No, I'm gonna try and follow them in through that
Please be
alleyway.
careful.
You don't have a fine familiar in me. You can't.
Man,
And you're
I'm being Julian.
Oh,
It
it's
seems-
Julian. Gotcha.
it just seems so weird that
Did you lose weight?
he's hiding these things. I don't know what's.
Yes.
What
He's
is
clearly
happening?
hiding something. I'm gonna go.
You
He's gonna
start walking up
Yeah.
towards the alley as well. Make a stealth check. If you are trying to be stealthy, that
I
is,
am.
which I assume you are.
And that's a 13.
Oh, yeah, no.
You make your way up, and you can see that. I mean, the alley that they, or the back alley that they went down, it's, I want to say two houses further down. So you can make sense that as you make your way on down, it's going to be that much further up behind as well. So you make your way on down into the towards the alleyway. You kind of make your way down right as they make their way in behind the house.
okay.
It's kind of in the back alley that goes all the way down the side, and you continue making your way down in that direction. And it doesn't take you. I mean, you're probably halfway down the side of the houses when you start hearing them. What you recognize as those two guys' voices that were outside talking, but you can't quite make out what's being said.
Okay, I have to get closer because I really want to hear what they're saying. So I'm at the corner right now, right?
You're halfway down the wall that goes across between the alleyway and the main street.
Okay. I'm gonna try and go all the way to the corner.
Make yourself try.
Please. That's an 18.
18. A lot of fists today. You make your way down all the way to the end. I mean, you're not a big fella and can kind of sneak in and around the crates and whatnot to kind of make your way further forward.
Oh, there are crates. That's good to know.
It's a side. Yes, there are different things in the alley. It's not just sides of houses. But you make your way down. You kind of sit. You don't look around the corner because as you make your way further up towards the corner itself, you can hear that they're pretty much right on the other side of the wall where you are. But the wall continues a meter or two further down before it goes off to the side. And you just hear your voice that you recognize as the captain's voice. Were you followed? And oh no, we're all right. It's I mean, you know us. We never get caught. And
they do. They do now.
They do. Something is not right. First we get attacked by the silver tusks. Then the chest is gone. And as far as I know, all those silver tusks died. So either Melvin has the chest and he won't tell me about it, or those guys that wouldn't make sense either because the guards took them to prison. Melvin must have the chest, but why would he want it? We had that locked down. We knew exactly what was going on. How did the Silver Tusks find out about this? Oh, I don't know, boss, but should we really be talking about this out here in the street? I suppose you're right. Let's and he starts, like, you can just hear very low whispering between them, and they start talking at a very, like, literally mouth to an ear volume.
Okay.
And you can't make out. I mean, with the rain, you being in the city and all, you can't make out what they're saying.
No.
But you're sitting, like, right around the corner from there.
Come on, Alexander.
Can I see anything that I could hide behind?
You are currently hiding behind a crate.
Yeah, but in the back alley, is there anything I could go to and know that would be?
You are. I mean, imagine it like this: you're sitting down here, and this is where the rodents. They're standing right here. So if you go up to try and hide behind something over here, they will see you.
I'm gonna stay where I am and wait for them to go back. Hopefully they will do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at, and
you're just gonna stay there for a little while, I suppose.
Yeah. And wait for anyone to go past me.
Mhm.
Hopefully those 2 young boys.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try and follow them.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
You sit there for, I mean, again, they're whispering, but it doesn't take more than a couple of seconds before, again, you hear a voice going a little louder. But boss, we had that chest for a couple of days, and even we couldn't even open it. How are they planning on doing it? And you go, just keep your voice down. And another 30 seconds later, you kind of just hear a soft glass. That's all for today, and keep me posted.
I'm gonna try when I hear that and lay in a position that looks like I'm trying to sleep where I'm at.
Yeah. You get to decide whether you want to make a stealth check for trying to
Trailing
hide
down.
more, kind of make yourself small and hiding, or a performance check.
Deception,
So
yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna go with performance to. I mean, it's the same stat anyway, but I'm gonna go with performance to see if you can fake being a sleeping hobo.
I'll try and be a sleeping hobo.
Good choice.
Yes! And that's a 17.
And that's a natural 1.
Oh!
These 2 guys,
They
don't
pass.
even notice you as they come walking.
You could have stood sneakily.
Dude, don't mind me!
They literally do not notice you.
Okay.
As they walk past you, you go, did the boss seem weird to you today as well? He's been off ever since the attack at the warehouse. And you just see them kind of fade out into the street. And you notice as you're kind of standing down at the end of the alley, them coming around the corner. And kind of...
No, I'm just...
No. You're staying there and they come out into the street and they disperse going each that direction and disappear.
And when I see that, I'm gonna stealthily run
I'm gonna be like
to my good friend Dominic,
Who is standing just out the street.
I was afraid you were.
Okay, so they think Melvin might have the chest, and they don't know what's in it. I think we should follow one of those guys and question him.
So you're saying that Rispin is actually doing
Rispin
something
knows
shady?
Yes. Well,
Who is yes that he knows?
yes.
Yes.
Well, that's Sestan or Baldin or Novrak. No, but maybe we should follow one of those guys.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
And are they like? Can we still see?
They just
both?
walk in each direction.
So I just think we go after the one where we don't have to go past the door again.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start following one of these guys, and he is, doing nothing to try and look shady or sneakily at all. He's just walking extremely casually, makes his way back up towards the high ride, and starts walking further down the street. And as you make your way down to the coins, kind of the big intersection between the high ride and the wagon run, or the wheel run, sorry. No, it is called the wagon run. You see him kind of disappear into what appears to be a small tavern.
Should we go in? I could use a beer. Do you have any money?
Thank you.
I do.
Me too.
Let's go in and get a beer.
Right. So you and I assume that he's.
While
you've been
we're-
out while we're walking. He's updated me on everything.
Everything.
And we've had like a.
So
what?
they think the Tusks attacked them, which they did. The chest, they don't know where it is.
But they think.
Rispin thinks Melvin has it and says that Melvin needs the chest.
Why would Melvin need the chest?
I don't know.
What the hell is in that one? In that chest?
Nobody knows. Right now, the halfling has it.
Right.
Let's go in. Let's get a beer. I'm dying.
Me too.
Because
You walk on in
Me
to
too.
the bar,
Beer too.
and
Did it this
that's where we're in today.
Oh!
right before the beer? Can I please just order a beer?
What would you rather? get one beer now, or potentially get a lot of beers next session.
You know, because
I want a beer now!
because I'm a dwarf, I would like to get hammered.
That's where we end today's session.
Oh, too
We will
bad.
see you next time.
Oh, bye.